Hey everybody, how you doing? There was a search result that showed up in the traffic report from my Orzeni 62 Media flagship blog, Oakland News Now, and it was a little disturbing. Um, and I'm looking down right now at it, and it happened yesterday. Uh, and the search was: Is Oakland's UBI program illegal? UBI is Universal Basic Income, and um, it's I think one of our vloggers Derek Sue, felt that at the time it was a scam, and there's no scam in the process. It's Derek is one of our vloggers. He's entitled to his opinion. Okay, I'm gonna hear what he has to say because, in all honesty, I saw the title, but I never listened to what he was saying. I figured it hadn't been rolled out yet, so let me hear what he's saying here.
Interesting year.
This is
Our
Derek
presidential race started out with hot topic, UBI, and it lasted quite a while. And then when Andrew Yang withdrew from the presidential election, then it was kind of a dead subject for quite some time. But here in California, a city, Stockton, California, actually went ahead and tried UBI. And last week, we had Oakland Mayor Schaaf talk about UBI, which is Universal Basic Income. And under Andrew Yang, it was the Freedom Dividend, which was $1,000. Libby and also the mayor of Stockton, they're looking at $500 on this program, and it's all a publicity stunt because there's really no meat to the entire story and to what they're talking about. There's a lot of support from the voters who it will affect the most, as far as the middle class, and the upper class voters has no interest in them, and they're going to vote it down. And there's not a lot of support for UBI to begin with. Last week, if you tuned into Libby's town hall meeting, there was an introduction of the program that the mayor of Stockton ran, and it was a very limited test, and that test was really skewed so that they got the results that they wanted to get. And how I mean that it was skewed is that they didn't have it available to everybody. It was limited to certain individuals with certain qualifications. One of the qualifications that would have really thrown their numbers off is if there were single recipients. Yeah, they didn't include any single recipients, and definitely no single homeless recipients. So this was a controlled test. All the people were housed in some form, and so they probably worked or had some sort of small income, and so it was very limited. And then we had families, couple.
I think this is a long vlog that he's made here, but I think I know where Derek is one of our vloggers. I know where he's going with this. And his concern is, hey, I'm homeless. I can't get access to it. But that's actually not the case, and he can. In fact, that's one question that came up at the virtual press conference the other day is this for homeless people? And there's nothing to close it out. Okay. So also, that's the first thing. The second thing is that Derek is under the impression that this is going to have to come up to a vote. It's privately done, so it doesn't involve the use of taxpayer money. If it were done even using tax increment financing, it would have to go up to a voter referendum. But this is a demonstration project. It involves 600 families, people, if you like, people and families, and they already have the funds secured. So it is a controlled area, and their effort in trying to do more evaluation to see how it works. My feeling is that given the dire situation this economy is in, I still hold that people don't understand the depth to which this economy has been damaged, both by the pandemic and by policies that largely called for people to be away from business or not do business, or at home doing business but not have a facsimile of the money that they were normally making the year before, right? That cutoff has really damaged the American economy because we haven't replaced it. And on top of that, the entire world has gone through some variation of the problem. It's not as if you can rely on the rest of the world's economic strength to carry us out from a purchasing perspective. The industrial world has been impacted. So we need a program like this, and I think it should just simply be a simple program like Alaska had. You have surplus oil revenues you share with your population, which Alaska can do and has done because their overall population is so small. We need to think along those lines. We need to think in terms of using or establishing a value-added tax as opposed to a tax on the rich people. So let me hear a little bit more about what Derek is saying here.
That had children, so it was very, very skewed for the results that they wanted to get, and so the bottom line of PATH is to make housing affordable and home ownership affordable once again. It's based on a lot of...
So he's going now into a different program called PAC. And I think what he's saying overall is there needs to be his impression that this is not part of a comprehensive look. And I see what he's saying, because there should be... The mayor should have an organizational effort that houses all of these different programs to rebuild the economy. This demonstration program, business revival, everything should be under one umbrella. It's not happening. Yeah, that's thunderstorm outside. So, so far so good. There's no I was just checking. There's no tornado. No tornado warning, right? Okay. Subscribe to Zenny62. Bookmark OaklandNewsNow.com.